Okay, so up on the roof, um, right now I'm out back of the house, and what we have is a 3-tab asphalt shingle. And I'm gonna say that it's probably like around the 20-ish years old, like maybe 18, 20 years, something like that. This being rated for like 25 years. Um, so there's definitely signs of aging and some weathering. This moss growing on here can help to speed along that aging process. Um, One interesting thing that, or you might be wondering as yourself, is why is this first row different color? And I believe they replaced that when they installed these leaf guards, these gutter guards. You can see here up at this level. And these were installed not terribly long ago. But as you can see, it's not like 100%. It keeps a lot of the stuff out. But you still got to come up here and sort of brush them off or blow it off. But yeah, you can see here, but this would be a sign of aging, how this shingle has broken, and this won't make it any worse than it already is, but I'm gonna just show you how easily that piece broke as compared to like a newer shingle where it can sort of bend without breaking. It's also a sign that the roof is getting up there in age. Right here, there is a spot that some damage occurred. I'm not really sure what may have caused that damage, but this, yeah, I'm not even sure how that happened. This should be underneath of that. Somehow that got under there. Yeah. So I don't know if somebody was up here. It almost looks like maybe somebody stepped on that and caused that damage. But regardless, this shingle here should be replaced. These here are roof vents, and that just is ventilation for the attic space in this part of the house. Over here is a broken tab. Again, this would need to be replaced. That is most likely, I mean, that could have been from wind. Usually that's what happens. And that's another sign of aging roof. When you have broken tabs like that, the wind gets underneath and breaks it off. So here they use I'm not even sure what's going on here. Actually, looks like there's a couple shingles missing here. That's starter strip. That's not actual shingle. Yeah, here, like on the ends here, you can see the cracked shingle. Yeah, you can even see all that stuff, all those needles. So those needles somehow get through that screen, and that's still got clogged full of needles. That's crazy. Another thing these needles do, oh, this siding's kind of loose here. Another thing those needles do is they get caught under the siding, and heavy rain can back up underneath of there. So you really want a larger gap between the siding and the roof so that debris doesn't get caught up in there. That might be something you could do, or you may want to do when the roof gets replaced. Or you could just, like, you don't have to do that. You could just come up here and just once a year blow all those needles out of there. Plumbing vent here is cracked. That could be just sealed with some caulking until the roof gets replaced, and then you could replace the entire boot. Same thing with that one over there, that plumbing vent. That is a roof vent as well. Chimney here. So this black stuff is a combination of algae and maybe creosote from if they burned wood. They never really burned wood, it's most likely just algae. You can see the roof is dark like that too. That is algae. Interestingly enough, there is no algae right here because the coating on that metal vent has zinc in it, and the zinc kills the algae. So sometimes people will put strips of zinc or copper at the peak of the roof, and you don't get that algae growing. We got a couple of exposed nails here, right here, there, and there. And those should be sealed with caulking just to prevent any water from getting in there. Back to the chimney. So you do have some mortar loss, and this cap here is held on. This is for the fireplace, I'm pretty sure. And this cap, part of it has come off, and they also put cover on it, the side here. I think because they weren't using it to keep like birds and bugs and stuff out of there. So if you did want to use the fireplace, you would have to replace this. It sort of looks like it needs to be replaced anyways. And then you have this one here is for the oil boiler, and that can be that you don't need one, but it's still a good idea to have one on here. You have some cracking in the chimney crown here that should be repaired so it doesn't get any worse. Chimney's in relatively good shape, you know, some loose mortar joints, and the chimney caps, like, yeah, see, like that sort of stuff has to come out, and then repoint it, you know, redo it with fresh mortar. Same with these here, because what happens is the water gets in there and it freezes and cracks everything apart and makes it worse. So but yeah, so yeah, a couple of repairs will need to be done, but other than that, that's gonna do it.